So how do you get your rider to know when they're up there riding whether they're overflexed or not? Keep your headpiece level. If it's level, you are not over and doesn't disappear down there to where you can see the crest of the neck and then you lose the headpiece, then you're not overflexed. It's just a reference point when you're up there. Does that make sense? Most riders can feel when the horse comes like that. But we spend all this time teaching our horses to be obedient and in the frame, and all of a sudden, if you're not careful, you end up with the horses here. Yeah? And I think it's important that they know where that ground is. Does that make sense? I want to change the horse's balance, get her understanding that we can't be riding round overbent the whole time, otherwise we're going to do that in a test. Get a gear change going prior to the canter work, which is going to be the key of what she's doing today. And get her thinking about how does she rebalance her horse at the back side of the lengthening. Well done. So you see at the end of that transition, look at the picture now, see? The end of the transition between V and K, when she went to slow down, all of a sudden he comes up in front. That's where the lightness comes from the ground upwards. It doesn't come from the top down. And we've got the beginnings of that transition. Happier?
Yeah.
Now you'll see the headpiece level, right? The headpiece of the bridle is what you're looking at. And you'll see that level. That's the picture that you've got to get into your head. Because that one or two transitions around the arena there, because you've done so much practicing here, has now changed this to this. So he's now more uphill immediately, and you can just glance down and see that you could balance your wine glass or your soda can, whatever, right? Or your bottle of water. You could balance that on his headpiece. And the angle of his face and the angle of the neck is what you want to be looking at, right? This is where the power in your position now meets what's needed. When you're cantering along, he's able to dislocate your power, your strength, your ability to influence, right? So you end up shifted off your seat, you end up rounding in your shoulders, you end up looking down the shoulder, it ends up all on your hands, mostly, and you end up out of gas. Okay? So your sitting trot, I think you're doing this early. If you're going to ride, if you're a young rider and you're going to ride at the young rider level and you're going to try and ride beyond which I think the preliminary and 2-star level is now the beginnings of the upper level, you're going to get challenged. You're not going to be able to compete with the people that do practice this and their positions are invisible and their aids look like, well, where the heck did that come from? And they're strong and correct and able to influence the horse seamlessly. Okay, so I like the fact that she wants to get into this. So straight line, heel, hip, shoulder, just like the Pony Club book. No more rounding shoulders. Stay on your triangle. Your strength is your Y, from your waist through your back. Everything becomes your seat from here up. And your strength really is here down through here. Do not allow Oliver to move you anymore.
He does at the canter.
Right.
I know
So
that.
a little bit of practicing at this every day, yeah, is going to start to get you more influential, a bit stronger, a bit more elastic, a bit strengthen up your core, your timing will improve, yeah?
Yes.
And your exercise is really simple. Just don't do it until you've massacred yourself, right? You're cantering along, and it's simple. How big can I go and still retrieve? And when you're retrieving, pick up the beat of the leading leg and it's up to the sky, up to the sky, up to the sky. Not bang, bang, bang. Simple enough?
Yes.
Off we go.
I rolled.
Right, so now not allowed because that
Cantering.
cantering. Because now that compromises your ability to influence him, doesn't it? Yeah? When you're ready, off you go. Stay up here, then it's really clear. This is a chore now. When you watch somebody with a really good seat, there's been some serious time put in to that. You don't get a good seat without time. And you can see how much more secure she is there. Position much more orthodox, much more organised. I'm not going to pick holes in this, I'm just going to let her practice. Well done. Unless something really obvious is going on.